All right, good morning, traders. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing this week? How's everybody doing this morning? Fresh new week. What it is, what it do. Come on in, come on in. A little bit late, rolling a little bit late this morning. Had a lot of exciting things going on uh, to start this week off. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go to this pre-market insight. Get this power range weather report. All right, so looking at the economic calendar, all we had today on the economic side of the game was core durable goods at 8:30. I gotta fix these headphones. So that's all we had for this morning. That already happened. I didn't see, a whole lot happen from that. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but that's all we got for today. It's pretty normal for the rest of the week. See, tomorrow we got CB consumer confidence at 10. But Wednesday is the day. So Wednesday we got another FOMC day, another Fed day at 1400. So definitely we'll be expecting volatility after 1400 in the broader markets. Let's see. Crude oil is normal, and then some stuff. Independent home sales at 10. So usually I don't see. Usually we don't see a whole lot of movement in the mornings for Fed days. So like I said, normally Fed days I get excited about the afternoon. So we'll be watching that, and then just the rest of the week is pretty normal. Nothing on Friday. So the only exciting day from what I can see so far this week is Wednesday when we have the Fed day. All right, so let's go to look at our power range numbers. And here's the post that I put up last night. You can see we have a high of 10,518.5 with a low of 10,430. See how this played out. A little bullish movement overnight. Click on this. So we're trading slightly bullish this morning, up 90.90%, 94k of volume. ATR is 261.35. I think that's higher than Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I have to go to my my page. Yeah, slightly higher. Friday was 261.76. So right now, 26. It's actually a little lower. It's actually a little lower. 261.35. So ATR is pretty much the same, but still for this year, that's normal. But compared to other years, that's pretty high. What's going on, Origin? How's it going, man? Yeah, definitely an exciting week. All right, we got about 8 minutes to the bell. Other than the economic news that I talked about on the calendar, this week is definitely some interesting things are happening this week with the stimulus. The second stimulus check that they're calling CARES Act, CARES Act 2. Well, that's from Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, he's calling it CARES Act 2. So they're supposed to come to an agreement today, or they're supposed to present their idea. They say the Republicans, they have a plan that they're going to present today, and yeah, we get to watch all of that back and forth nonsense. So usually the way I look at at this, this kind of news. The way that I did it the last time is I didn't really pay attention until they actually passed the bill, because they're gonna have a lot of back and forth, and it's gonna be, the whole political game that they're gonna play until they actually pass something. I do think they will pass another bill, or we're gonna get another round of stimulus checks. Right now, they're only talking about it's gonna be a one-time payment. I think there's a lot of people having affected employment-wise. I know people that were laid off for a period of time, or some were either laid off just permanently and had to get another job, and there's people that were that they couldn't, because of the pandemic, the company that they worked for had to shut down for a period of time, and some of them have been able to go back to work, and I think there's some people that are still waiting to be able to go back to work. And with that being said, the part of this new CARES Act, because the unemployment, there's $600 a week. I think that's officially over. Not 100% sure on that, but I think that is over, and they're not giving us $600 a week. I think that ended last week, if I'm not mistaken. So that's also part of what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be a part of this this new CARES Act 2, which is what McConnell is calling it. The whole game that they're playing, they saying that the Republicans, they don't really want to continue that. For some reason, they think that it's going to encourage people to stay out of work. But the way that it works is you only get the extra $600 if you are not, the way you only get unemployment if you're not allowed to go to work. Like if you were laid off, or if you were fired for no reason of your own. Like you can't quit and get unemployment, right? You can't. If you get an opportunity and you deny that opportunity, then you still can't get unemployment. So saying that this extra $600 a month is going to somehow stop people from going to work is not really true, right? Yeah, you may not want to. A lot of people, this is giving them more income than they're normally used to, but the unemployment offices and the employers, they communicate. They have a system where they can communicate, and if an employer informs them that they offered you a job but you denied that job, or if your employer that you were laid off for a certain amount of time, they told you can come back and work now, and you denied that offer, then they're going to cut your unemployment off, and you could possibly owe for the time that if you kept getting those weekly payments, and you kept getting those weekly payments, and you didn't inform the unemployment office that you turned down an offer and they kept paying you, then they can backdate that and say, well, you had an opportunity to go back to work, but you didn't, so now you owe us because you took more money than you were supposed to have. So it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, you may not want to go back to work, but you kind of have no choice. If you want to keep getting that unemployment check, then you the only way you can do it is if you are it's supposed to be for people who can't find employment, that are actually looking for employment. You can't just be sitting at the house and not trying to get a job, or just like there's a system, there's their website. If you don't go in, if you don't even log into the website and show that you're actively seeking a job, you won't get paid that week. And I know that as a fact, right? I know people who are on unemployment, and they forgot to do it that week, and they didn't get paid that week. So that's just part of the political game that they play. So this is why I don't really pay attention to all of the noise. I just wait for the actual thing to come out, and then that's what I'll respond to. All right. All right. So on that note, this is also another uh, reason why it's very important to start creating your own source of income. This is why you're also seeing a lot of, well, I look at this stuff, but just looking at the trends, work from home, or not even work from home, but like a lot of people are starting businesses now, and a lot of people are getting into trading, which is it's good because we can't really depend on this government to for our livelihood like that. Like, there's other countries that are that are they're doing it better in terms of um, stimulating their economies, through this pandemic. But even that, is you can only the way that they play politics, you can only depend on them so much. So this is like the if you're not motivated to create your own source of income now, I don't like, this is the best time to actually do it. And this is the best time to, on my Instagram, I post a lot about different on various social media platforms. I post a lot about group economics, and group economics is really the answer. But this is the perfect time to start practicing group economics. A lot of us, if we just work together, a lot of us have the resources to help each other thrive in any kind of economy, whether everything is good or we're in a recession or a depression or whatever. If we all just practice group economics and work with each other, I truly believe that that would solve a lot of problems with people's financial situation. All right, so all right, the market is open actually now. I forgot to open up Thinkorswim. We're in my 3-minute window, so let me go ahead and switch on over to the Sierra chart. A little bit kind of bouncy so far, running into that 200 moving average. I didn't get to trade at all Thursday and Friday um, because I didn't have any internet. For some reason, my internet went out Thursday morning, so I missed a lot of good action Thursday and Friday. I could have made it, I could have made some progress in my with this Leeloo account, but it is what it is. Hopefully I can make some, well, I should definitely be able to make some progress this week. Looking a little bearish overall. We got this pivot area right here at I say the 10-300 range. See if I can mark that off. I was so busy talking, I forgot to turn my music on. I know. All right, I don't see anything I want to take yet, so it gives me time. You know, I didn't see that VWAP sitting down there. Even though I don't like to trade in between the VWAP and the 200. Oh, that's strong. Not gonna lie, I got a little distracted from all the stimulus talk this morning though. I could have caught this. Could have caught it in there. But again, that would have been breaking my rules anyway, so it's a good thing I didn't take it. Possible momentum play, maybe. Might take this with one contract just to see what it does.
Order submitted.
Just gonna go in real light at one contract up here at this at the top of this green bar here. Just to see what we get. Just take some light risk. Because I can always, if I get something better, I can always scale in.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm only gonna risk make sure it's the right. Yeah, risking about 10 points on this one. Yeah, so I got in right in there somewhere. At actually 10,576. I'm gonna set it up to where I have to where I can switch over to my Ninja Trader. I just had that. I don't know why. I just thought about that this morning. But that's how I'm gonna set it up to where I can, within OBS, I can click over to Ninja Trader if I plan to place a trade without, moving my windows around. for a target. Get rid of that. This is why I can't. So I got to move back and forth. This is why I wish I could. I hate they couldn't figure it out between Sierra chart and with the rhythmic stuff. I don't like really going back and forth between the platforms. So I'm at break even now. Worst case scenario, I'll get. I think I got it set at like. I got it set at 5 ticks. Then I gotta remember how to set everything up over here. I got a target at 10,649, and that's based off of my fib extension. Might do a little light trailing. See how far we can ride this momentum. The way I usually, one way that I like to trail my stop is based on pivots. Um, so I'll wait to see what price action does, and if we get another pivot before we break even, then I'll move my stop up at that point. I like to I like to let the trade breathe as much as possible, especially with NQ. NQ can be a little wild at times. I don't have a name. I don't know. I don't have a name for it, but this is one of my favorite candlestick formations at support or resistance areas. We have a strong. So we got this strong bullish candle, or decent sized bullish candle. Then we have another. Almost like an inside candle, but it's at the top of this, like in between the high and the close of the previous candle. I love taking those, but not at this area, but if it was down here, for me that's a bullish signal. Check a little bit of news so I don't start over managing the trade. Now since I'm in it, I don't want to start moving things around too much. Just gotta let it play out. I like the way that looks. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my trail my stop up at 595. I can get my other windows out of the way. That's sort of a micro pivot. Look down here at the 1 minute and also at this tick chart. This is a 2000 tick chart over here. I don't really use this. I just got this for like study purposes. It's something that I'm monitoring, but I don't use it. It's just, you know, another window that I have up. I kind of use this 1 minute for, you know, just to zoom in a little bit. And mostly I'm basing all of my decisions off of the 3 minute, the daily, and you know, like a 10 minute or a 30 minute. This 10 minute went over here. Okay. Let me see what options look like. I want to look at some options on the Qs. I'm starting to trade options. You know, some vertical spreads. Like the way I'm doing it right now is I'm looking for vertical spreads, and if I need to, I turn it into an iron condor. You know, to minimize the risk on the, you know, the position that I'm currently in. So, definitely a different, you know, much different than trading, how I trade futures. It's actually it's the same concept in terms of what I'm looking at and my decision making. So like if you learn how to trade in one way, or if you learn how to day trade one way or one instrument, this is why I tell people who are trying to get into trading to just focus on one or two things. If you're trading stocks, like just pick one or two stock, maybe 5 at the most. That's max. I would just focus on like 1 or 2 at the most to watch and build my trading skills. And once you learn how to trade that one, like Apple is a good one. If you can learn how to trade Apple well, and then you can everything that you learn with trading that one instrument, you can take that into every other area of the market. Now you can take those same concepts and the same skills that you gain, and you can trade forex, you can trade options, you can trade stocks, futures, whatever, because price action is universal throughout all markets. Every stock and every futures contract, every options, well, because options are on stock. So like every stock and every forex, all of those things, they have their own personality. So it's just about learning the personality, learning their trends, how those instruments typically trade, and then building a strategy, around how the way that you see it and what makes sense to you. If you can learn to trade one thing really well, you can trade pretty much anything. To apply the same concept. I might keep the stream going and just let this play out. Yeah, I'm gonna call it audible this morning. I'll kill the stream when I finish this trade here. I owe y'all some minutes anyway because I was a little late. Oh, that's what I was supposed to look at. Look at this options. Looking at some the options on QQQ. Some kind of premium I can pick up. It's not bad. Alright, I think we are this 1 minute candle close, and looks like we may have another. May be able to tighten up my stop a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Say 10,608. It's only a slight move. Put it at 10,607. Trail my stop to 10,607. Nice little conservative play to start my week off. Start the week off with a little bit of house money. You sure did. What did I say? I forgot what I said. Oh. So I got in somewhere in there, plus 50 cents. Got my trail there with a target right in there. But it's a very conservative play. So this is my entry trail. Let's see if I can change this. That'll work. And then my target's up here. What's the name of that candlestick? I can't remember now. Anyway, some bearish sentiment there. Looks like we're gonna get some pullback. And if it breaks the high, of this, it's a strong probability that we have another bullish spike. That's why I don't bother trying to remember the names of all the patterns, and as long as you remember the sentiment, you're good. You don't have to remember the name, because I forget the names. I'm horrible with names anyway. Good with numbers. Can't remember names to save my life.
Stop filled.
And there we go. I'm stopped out. All right. Not a bad little play. Not a bad little conservative play. All right. Yep. Got 61 out of that. I'll be sorry, I've got about another hour that I, the time that my trading window, got about another hour in there, so I probably can, trade conservatively for the rest of this, unless we get just another great opportunity. I may load up and then go, pretty heavy in, but I like to build a little cushion right here, but so as I promised, I let the stream go a little longer than it, than the actual plan. So just to let that play work out, and got a nice little, small little conservative play out of that. So that one does it for this live stream. I hope y'all have a good, rest of your trading day, and I will see y'all later. See y'all Wednesday. Deuces.